Hello students, I am Krishnakant Meena, PGT Geography Kendra Vidyalaya, Dharmapuri. I hope you are very well and stay home. Now all of you know about we are facing pandemic disease COVID-19, and due to COVID-19 we are live in home. Okay, now we are utilizing these periods. So let's start our studies. First chapter of class 12th, Human Geography, Nature and Scope. All of you know what is the geography. Geography is study about our earth, and geography divided into two parts, physical geography and human geography. Then all of you read in 11th class physical geography. Study about our landforms, oceans, climate, environments, etc. etc. While human geography is a studies the relationship between man and environment. Man and environment. And now these are gist of the lessons. Geography is a field of study, is integrative, empirical, and practicals. It studies each and every event on the earth over the space and time. Human geography studies the relationship between man and environments. Geography can be studied through law making or descriptives. These are learning outcome. Know what human geography is and what the subject matters of human geography are. Understand the basic theories related to man-environmental relationship like possibilism and determinism and neo-determinism. Now, this is a type of approach. When we are reading geography, we are following two approach. One is systematic approach and second one is regional approach. Then what is the systematic approach? Systematic approach studies only one issue and continue to examine its spatial variations, means related to different species, and you study your location. And systematic approach was introduced by German geographer Alexander von Humboldt. Alexander von Humboldt. While regional approach introduced by German geographer Karl Ritter. Ritter. Okay, in regional approach studies the multiple characteristics after dividing or segmenting the location at hand on the basis of regions, means you divide your location into regions. Next you study characteristics of each regions. Now nature of human geography. Then I already explained what is the human geography. Human geography studies the interrelationship between the physical environment and socio-culture environment created by man. Then elements of physical are land, water, soil, climates, vegetation, flora and fauna. And elements of cultural are transport, communication, settlements, crops, etc. etc. Then now we are discussing naturalization of humans. In naturalization of human, during the early periods of human history, Men and women were greatly influenced by their surroundings, environments, as they used low level of technology. This is known as environmental determinism. Environmental determinism. Then environmental determinism considers humans as passive agents, as their decision, attitude, and way of life are affected by nature. Examples: forest dwellers, forest dwellers and tribal society who live deep in the forest and mountain regions. Okay, and in environmental determinism we are giving importance only earth comparison to the humans. Now, humanization of nature. Humanization of the nature. Humanization of nature with the advancement of science and technology. Human being started understanding nature and learned to use natural resources for its benefit. This also known as possibilism, and this possibilism term first time used by Francis geographer Lucien Febvre. Lucien Febvre. Then now neo-determinism, stop and go determinism. This is not known NONNEO. This is a spelling error. Okay, this neo-determinism developed by Griffith Taylor. Griffith Taylor. And this is a middle pathway between environmental determinism and possibilism. The concept so that neither is there a situation of absolute necessity nor is there a condition of absolutely freedom. Then the neo-determinism maintains balance between development and nature, and main aim of the neo-determinism is sustainable development. Main aim of the neo-determinism, sustainable developments. Now, human geography through the corridors of time. Now we are discussing some schools of human geography. Then one is welfare schools, second is radical school, and behavioral schools. Okay. Welfare school. Welfare or humanistic school of thought in human geography was mainly concerned with the different aspect of social well-being like housing, health, and education. Now, radical school of thought employed Marxian theory to explain the basic causes of poverty, deprivation, and social problems were related to the development of capitalism, social inequality, and behavioral school of thought laid great emphasis on life experience and also on the perception of space by social categories based on ethnicity, races, religions, caste. etc., etc. These are stages through corridors of time. First time is colonial periods, approaches, exploration and descriptions, imperialism and trade lead to discover many lands. This period known as era of discover. Then second is also later colonial periods, regional analysis. Understanding of parts in totally would lead to understand the whole. Example, the earth. So understanding the parts in totally would lead to an understanding of the whole. In 1930 interwar areal differentiation, the focus was on identifying the uniqueness of any regions and understanding how and why it was different from others. Then next one is 1950 to 1960. Spatial organization applied technology to study geography, marked by the use of computers and sophisticated statistical law of physical were often applied to map and human phenomena. This phase was called the quantitative revolution. The main objective was to identify mappable patterns different human activities. The next is 1970s emergence of humanistics, radical and behavioral school. In this era, emergence of socio-political reality with the help of school. Many schools are developed in this era like radical school, behavioral school, welfare schools, even positive schools and etc. The next one is 1990s postmodernism in geography. In this era, generalization and apply of universal law to understand geography. Many geographers gave many theories in this era and apply in whole words. Okay, next one is this is a fields of human geography. You know, human geography related to human, and this one is social geography divided into these parts: behavioral geography, geography of social well-being, geography of leisure, cultural geography, gender geography, historical geography, medical geography, and this is a interface with sister disciplines of social science. And next one is field of human geography, urban geography, political geography, population geography, settlement geography, economic geography. In social geography we are discussing about our society and community and etc. In urban geography we are studying here urban life, urban studies and planning, how's the urban developed. Political geography, political science, military science, and electoral geography. These are direct related to our political. Population geography, study about our population. Study about our population. What is the structure of population and what is the age structure of population. And now settlement geography, settlements. Eh, how our urban and rural settlements found. We are studied here settlements geography, economic geography, geography of resource, geography of agriculture, geography of industries, geography of marketing, geography of tourism, geography of international trade. This geography related to income. These are field of human geography and subfields of human geography. Then interface with sister discipline of social science. Now I give here some MCQ type questions for your evaluate, solve it and evaluate himself. These questions are very useful for you, and I'm also giving here some theory based questions like define human geography, some field of human geography, naturalization of human, difference between possibilism and determinism, and explanation humanization of nature. Like this, uh, this lesson is finished. Okay, thank you, students. Stay home and safe home.